Hello and welcome. Today we're doing a question from LeetCode called Valid Anagram. It's easy. Let's get started. We're given two strings S and T. Return true if T is an anagram of S and false otherwise. An anagram is a word or phrase formed by rearranging the letters of a different word or phrase, typically using all the original letters exactly once. So example 1, we have anagram and nagram. Here we output true because they're using the same letters just in a different order. So let's just take a look at what that pool of letters is. For S, I have an A, I have N, another A, so let me just add counts to these actually. So 2, 1, then I have one G, one R, another A, and one N. So these are the letters used to make up string S. Now for T, we can do the same thing. What are we using for T? And actually, instead of writing all of this out, I'm just going to backspace from S. And if we know we all have 0 counts at the end of S, then it is an anagram. So we have N. I'm going to get rid of my N and zero it out. I have an A, so decrease the count from 3 to 2. Get rid of the G, another A, R, A, and N. So since we have wiped clean S, everything is just zeros, we know that these are anagrams and we can output true. Example 2, we have RAT and CAR. So R is 1, A is 1, and T is 1. And when we want to make a check for string T, do they use the same letters? We can check C, and we notice it's not even in any of the keys for S. We never used C at all, so we can output false. Now, actually, another way to do this is to go ahead and simply sort our input. So RAT would become ART for S, and for string T, we have CAR, which becomes ACR. And since these are not equivalent to each other, we can output false. We have some constraints here, and that is the question. We want to find out if two strings are anagrams of each other. There are a few ways to approach this problem, but we're going to do what we did exactly when we looked at the examples. So the first thing I'm going to do is just check if sorting my inputs is equal to each other. So we're going to return sorted of S, and whether that string sorted is equal to the string of T sorted. So let's see if this works. It is accepted, and if we submit it, it should work as well, which it does. So what is the space and time complexity for this approach? Since we are sorting, that is an n log n operation. And for space, if we're not counting the temporary storage used to actually sort the inputs, then we can say this is constant space. So n log n for time and O of 1 for space. But can we do better than this? So again, we're going to go with an approach we used while going through our examples. Instead of sorting our inputs, we're simply going to keep counts. So in S, for example, if this is our example, we want to keep track of how many letters show up how many times and compare that with T. If they're equal to each other, we return true. So how does that look like? What we want to do is go through all of S, count up the letters, and same with T, and see if they're equal. Now, one way to do this would be to maintain a dictionary. So every letter that we go through, we append to our dictionary and just keep incrementing count. But something in Python that exists is a counter, which does exactly that. It's fewer lines of code and less writing out, so let's just use that instead. So what we're going to do is return counter of S, which essentially takes the input S and keeps track of how many characters show up how many times. And is that equivalent to counter of T? So let's see what that results in. It's accepted, and if you are actually new to what a counter is, I'm going to go ahead and print counter of S just so we can see what it's doing under the hood. So for S, we had anagram, and we can see counter is essentially just keeping a dictionary. We have A that shows up 3 times, N showing up 1, G 1, R1, and M1. This is exactly what we did when we were going through our example in the beginning too. And what we're doing is doing the same thing for T and simply seeing if they are equal to each other. So if I get rid of this and submit it, let's just make sure it is running on all their input test cases, which it does. So time and space complexity for this. We are going through our entire input once. So for S, right, we are iterating through once, and same for T. So we're better on time. Instead of n log n, now it's linear. It's a 1 scan, so that is O of n. For space, we can say that this is O of n as well, but given that we are working with letters in this situation, we can actually argue that this is constant space, because if I have all my English letters, that's 26 characters that are possible, right? So that's 26. And for each one, I'm going to have a count. And no matter how high this count is, at the end of the day, I only need 26 keys. So you can argue that this is actually a constant space solution. But say we actually wanted to do better on space as well. So if we didn't want to maintain 2 dictionaries, what can we do instead? Well, that's what we did when we were looking at Anagram and Anagram, when we counted up all the letters in S, and then when we got to T, we just wanted to subtract from S instead of making a new dictionary for T. That way, we're only keeping track of 1 dictionary for 1 input string. So let's code that up and see how that looks. Okay, to code this up, I'm going to start off with a counter for S. So S count is going to be my dictionary, which again just shows how many times I see every single character. Now I want to iterate through T, and every time I see a character that's in it, I want to subtract it from my S counts. So for a character in T, before we can do that, we actually need to make a check if it is in S counts at all. So if character is not in S counts, well, now I know I can just return false. These are not anagrams of each other. So return false. If it is in S counts, then I want to decrease the number of times it shows up. So S counts of character, so whatever number I have at that key, minus equals 1. I'm just decreasing by 1. What happens if we're zeroed out though? So if S counts of that character equals 0, I want to get rid of that key entirely. So delete S counts of that character. In the end, what do I want to return? I want to return if S count has a length of 0. Like, we should have gone through every single key and deleted it if they were truly anagrams. And say we go through every single key, delete it, and we still have characters left in T, well then that character wouldn't be an S count and we can return false right then and there. So my return statement is going to be return length of S counts equals 0. Let's go ahead and run this. It is accepted and submit. And accepted as well. So what is the space and time complexity for this approach? Again, we're going through every single letter in S and T, so that is O of n for time. For space, this is also constant O of 1. It's just a little bit better when you compare it with our previous solution. Now, before we leave, let's run through this example super quick with this code right here. So I have S counts as my counter, so this means R is 1, A is 1, and T is 1. Now I iterate through every single character in T. So my first character is going to be C. I see that C is actually not in S count, so I go ahead and return false right here. But say I had a different input. Say instead I had RAT and TAR. So then now when I am iterating through, my first character is T. I know this if condition is not true. T is in S counts. So now I'm going to decrease the count by 1. So this is now 0. Move on to the next line, and it goes into this if statement. This S count of character of T is 0, so I'm going to delete this entirely. Now I'm left with just R and A. So as I iterate back into my for loop, I am now on A, And I do the same checks. It's in scounts. I see it there. I'm going to decrease this by 1, so it's 0, and finally just delete it altogether. At my last iteration, I am on R, and it's in this scounts, make this 0, and get rid of it. At the end, the length is equivalent to 0, so I output true. Now, if you have any questions at all, let me know down below. Otherwise, I will see you next time.